Connecting the Unconnected is really about driving access to digital platforms and digital experiences, and as a result, information and news, essentially. And it's so important because in a country like South Africa, we have an incredible divide between those who do have access and those who don't have access. And as brand marketers who generally look, or as marketers who look to where we can engage with an audience and reach an audience, we need to start thinking bigger than that in terms of how do we get an audience onto these platforms, or make a platform like, or make a digital platform relevant to them. And that really is about looking at the consumer first, or looking at the user first, and adding value to their lives through a digital platform, versus looking at these platforms with a broadcast hat on. We really need to think value first, and that value can take many different forms, whether it's a value exchange of information or something like anticipatory design, where we reduce their cognitive load through an experience and make it just incredibly convenient for them to do everyday tasks. ProPublica is the first news publication, or major news publication, to be available on the darknet through the Tor network. And this is incredibly newsworthy because I think it begins the conversation around the open internet and net neutrality, and it also potentially changes some of our preconceptions around the darknet as a incredibly negative and seedy place. And the reality is that this is a move that is looking to reboot the open internet and the free internet, and the way that we, or the way that it was envisioned. The next trend that we looked at within and connecting the Unconnected theme is toys with a purpose. And with tech being infused into many different gadgets, we're seeing incredibly sophisticated toys coming out. And an example that we shared is the Coder Pillar, which is part of Fisher-Price's educational toy series, and it's essentially a toy that teaches preschool age children how to code. And I think that this is incredibly important because it's teaching the next wave of developers, and it's also opening up a platform for people to start thinking of toys not just within an educational environment, but infusing them with a purpose beyond just that of play. Within the Trends Report, we speak about the next era of anticipatory design, and the reason why we sort of look at it as an evolution is because anticipatory design is not something that's new. It's essentially a design principle that looks to counter decision fatigue within users, and it removes any unnecessary steps, and as a result it reduces users' cognitive load. And we see this historically with things like Clippy from Microsoft Word. But this trend specifically speaks to the evolution towards an interfaceless autonomous technology that essentially makes and executes the decisions on behalf of the user. So some examples that we've given that come out of CES specifically is the Can He Fit pendant for pets. And this is a pendant that a dog or a cat would wear around their neck and feed back to the owner, the pet owner, the pet's physical activities, how much food they've eaten, and then make recommendations based on that data.